What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Iceman and Bob, Tech and Gaming. In this video, we're going to dispel the myth. I repeat, dispel the myth that Sony is completely abandoning their OLED technology, more specifically, their QD OLED technology. This refers to the Sony A95L and whatever the A95L successor will be named. This is new information, at least at the time of this video. Some of you may have heard this, some of you may have not. Sony is going to release a software update in the summer of this year in 2024. We're talking about roughly a month to maybe 2 months time from now when we can expect this update. And in this update, the A95L is going to receive all of the new 2024 features that are on the new Bravia Series 7, 8, and 9 television sets. By Sony doing this, this gives the QD OLED technology in the A95L relevance. Many of you think that they're just done. You have not seen the A95L featured enough on some of your streams, on the popular content creators that many of you watch. Tech with KG, he has done comparisons with the G4. Many people say the G4 will be the new king of TVs. We will have to see in the official Shootout. Do not sleep on the A95L. It is still putting up a serious fight, and in some ways, it is actually better than the G4, especially when it comes to the judging categories of the official TV Shootout. We have yet to see the results, but don't discredit it. Now, one of the things that I do want to talk about is the A95L will receive the Voice Zoom 3 technology, which is going to drastically increase the vocal clarity of whatever content that you're watching. This does apply to gaming as well. And then it's also going to get the Amazon Prime calibrated mode. It's very similar to the Netflix calibrated mode. In any case, these are the 2024 features that many of you may have thought was only reserved to the Bravia Series 7, 8, and 9. As a matter of fact, the Bravia Series TVs are actually getting the same XR processor that is in the A95L, as well as the same chipset. All right, so that should tell you hardware-wise, it is still a contender. It is still a fight. And we have not seen many videos. I know a lot of people were disappointed in the Value Electronics mini TV shootout, if you want to call it that just took place a couple of days ago. Many people were expecting the A95L to be there. That's what we were told. But the explanation given by Stop the FOMO and Brian's Tech Therapy was that the A95L's advantage in clarity and processing and motion is very hard to see on camera, and they just really weren't feasibly able to show that. We could just take it as it is. That's the explanation we've been given. We haven't seen the A95L against the G4 directly on Tech with KG's recent live streams and videos that he put out. Obviously, his reasoning for that is he does not currently have access to an A95L. So he has used the A80L that he owns in place of that. Now, we know it's not exactly the same, but that's his reasoning. And this goes on for so many other content creators that we watch and we particularly enjoy. This has created some doubt over the A95L. Between this, then you also have Vincent at HD TV Test, who recently put out a video saying that it's official. Sony has shunned OLED technology in favor of mini LED flagship. Obviously, all of this is somewhat of a clickbait term and buzz. I'm not knocking Vincent anyway for doing that. He has to do what he has to do. But this does add to the pot to create confusion over the A95L's relevance. And everyone thinks that I haven't seen it in the live streams competing. People are not really showing it. They're not really talking about it. And Sony must just be completely done. Let me explain something to you all. When it comes to a company innovating and creating new products, they can only do so many at one time. We've seen this happen with Tesla, for example. Tesla has just recently come out with the Cybertruck. That was a new model. They have also released the new 2024 Model 3, Highland, if you want to call it. That's what it's referred to, versions. So with that, there was rumors of a new Model Y being released, Project Juniper. And that has taken a back seat because they can only release new product lines to a certain extent. You can't do it across the board. As much as we would love it, I would love it, you would love it, we all would love it, but no company is able to do that. Something is going to take a back seat, and in Tesla's case, it was the new Model Y Juniper. Now, as this refers to Sony, Sony for a while has been focusing on their OLED tech. They have put their mini LED tech in the back seat. Currently in 2024, that has taken the front seat. They want to have more of a congruent lineup. Obviously, now we have the new Sony mastering monitors. They can do 4,000 nits versus the 1,000 nit limitations. So we will have producers that record and film all of the movies and television shows and games, while I'm on that subject, that we enjoy. They now can do that at 4,000 nits, and Sony wanted to have a technology that can give us that same level of quality. So Mini LED is more closely capable of doing such, as they already have the mastering monitors, which are Mini LED sets, to make a long story short. I don't want to get too technical, but you all know what I mean. They're not OLED screens, okay? This is one of the reasons why Sony put that focus there, to give us that. And now that they have created that, they've created an entire panel to give us that level of quality, which has now set the innovation lead for the next couple of years. Samsung and LG and any other company at that is going to have to play catch up to what Sony now can produce with Mini LED. That leaves their technology safe and secure on the Mini LED front. And now, after that, they can go back and focus on QD OLED. Let me also bring something up. Many people say, oh, the G4 is WRGB OLED and it's already hitting more brightness than QD OLED. Remember, WRGB has the white. That's what the W stands for in the WRGB OLED technology. The whites can get brighter, so you can get an overall brightness. However, in comparison to QD OLED, you're always going to see more color brightness as well as more color volume. That is just the nature of the technologies. And when it comes to brightness, you already have 3,000 nits that are capable. They're working on 4,000 nits. This is every bit as bright as MLA 2.0. You also have blue phosphorus QD OLED technology that's just going to completely change the game. I'm saying this to let you all know that QD OLED technology has a lot of leg room, and do not be deceived by the reviews that you've been seeing and the comparisons and the live streams that make it seem like, well, the LG G4 hit this technology, that must mean QD OLED is dead. Folks, QD OLED is far from it. I've been saying that in the comment sections of all of the content creators that I've named and more, as well as in my own videos. If you were on the fence about buying the A95L due to reasons as Sony's not going to support it anymore, or it's not innovative, or it can't compete with the G4, which looks like it's set to be the king of TVs, again, we will have to see, because in the actual official Value Electronics Shootout, and perhaps the shootouts around the entire world that we generally have, there are some categories, the official judging categories, where the A95L is still better than the G4. Do not get it twisted. The G4 is amazing. If you have it, if you plan on getting it, congratulations. Enjoy one of the best TVs, point blank, period. On that same note, the same can apply to the A95L. Do not discredit it. It is still a beast, and perhaps with this software update, because we're still due a Dolby Vision update. All right, many people are aware of that needing to be fixed. We also need the extra screen visibility in the game mode, where, for instance, you can watch a YouTube video or have some type of walkthrough listed on the screen on the internet while you're gaming. We haven't gotten that functionality. So there's several updates that the A95L can receive. And for all we know, Sony could tweak the actual quality. We could get a bump in image processing, clarity. We don't know. We cannot discredit that. So there's a lot that can make the A95L still relevant. And Sony has done this before in the past where they haven't released their models. This happened last year in the 2023 Shootout. All the other TV brands were out. We seen what's what. And then all of a sudden the A95L came out and just boom. So Sony can do the same thing. Do not discredit that. All I'm saying is that if you like Sony, you like QD OLED, and you want it, it's still relevant in their 2024 lineup. It's going to be supported, and it's an amazing TV, especially from the overall sound enhancements that you get, especially now with the Zoom 3 that you're going to get with the voice. That's game changing. What it actually does is it doesn't just enhance the particular sound frequencies of vocals. It literally will pull out the vocals that you need to hear. Say someone's at a football game and the crowds are cheering, right? And you need to hear the commentary, or maybe you want to hear the quarterback call out the plays or whatever it is, right? It will literally pull out the vocals. It uses AI technology to pull the quarterback's voice out or the commentary's voice out. What I'm saying is that it's game changing, and no other TV company is doing it. Hopefully others will have their versions later on, but right now Sony's just straight innovating across the board, and that in itself makes the A95L still more relevant and innovative, even in comparison to the S95D from Samsung and the G4 from LG. Hopefully by now you do have an understanding that it is highly unlikely that Sony is completely done with their OLED technology, because we do have the Bravia 8 for 2024, which is essentially an A80L successor. So Sony is still supporting OLED technology, that is specifically WRGB OLED technology, and the Sony A95L, which is their QD OLED technology, is getting all of the 2024 software updates. If Sony was completely done, they would not be issuing all of the 2024 updates to that particular television. So let me know what you think based upon this information that I've shared with you, also based upon the talking points that I brought up. I would like to have a discussion in the comment section. All right. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask them as well in the comment section. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I also have a membership that is available to you if you're not currently a member as well. I hope you enjoy your television set or sets, whatever you have. Remember, at the end of the day, as long as you're enjoying whatever it is that you watch and consume your content on, that's all that matters. With that being said, I will speak to you in the next video that I release. And as I always say, until we stream again.